Right.
It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
Hey! We're back.
Hey, Michael.
What?
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
John.
What?
John.
What?
I'm Batman.
I knew it. I think I spoiled it, Michael. I think I spoiled it. What did I spoil? What did we do? I'm so excited.
All right, guys.
I'm creaming my pants.
Welcome back to another episode of Operation Babble. If you have not done so yet, please go to facebook.com/Operation Babble and like our channel page, and also join the Operation Babble group. I think it's just called Operation Babble group.
Join the operation. Join the fight. Like it. Love it. Touch yourself and let us know. Sorry. I'm already descending into mad. Oh, God. They got a cave troll. What?
So, John, I got a surprise for you.
Is it in your pants?
No.
Oh.
So ask,
All right,
ask Hannah what she was doing last night. Tell her I said
Did you
it's
forget
okay
her name?
to tell you.
Did you forget her name? How dare you? Michael, what do you have for me, my son, my dude, my man, my person?
So, I, a 32-year-old man,
32-year-old white male.
born in
Because
1986.
God, really, you
86.
are old.
Oh, fuck you, old man.
You're so old.
I, a 32-year-old man, have finally done something that I have not done in 18 years, I guess.
Apparently ever.
Well, it's only been 18 fucking years. As
Okay.
of yesterday, maybe.
Are we going to date this? Let's date this. I think it's important to date it. As of Tuesday, July 16th, because that was yesterday. No, you did
Yeah.
this on... Yeah, it was yesterday. We'll pretend and just say it was yesterday. July 16th, 2019.
Guys, this happened whenever we said it happened.
Exactly,
Don't
fake
fucking
news.
worry.
Fake
Oh.
news.
So as of
Michael,
then,
we're qualifying. Just tell me.
I finally watched Captain Marvel for the third time.
I knew it. Oh my God, was it as good as you wanted it to be?
Oh yes, I loved it. Brie Larson's portrayal of like the demi-goddess thing that she's supposed to be is awesome.
Oh, I love it. Oh, estrogen is amazing.
All right, no, so I finally watched Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
What?
Is that what it's called?
No way! The Fellowship of the Ring? That's not the Hobbit. I didn't hear the Hobbit. He said the OT rings. I'm so fucking excited. My life is complete. My body is ready. My ovaries are just
Now
so ready to accept.
Now I won't get text messages every day saying watch LOTR.
It wasn't even that. I was actually like a fucking sad, beaten housewife just saying, please, Michael, just please.
It's actually a
for me,
very funny
please."
story too, because the last day you were texting me about
Yeah.
watching it, like,
I was like, please. just
because I had just like done hashtag no to LOTR
Yep.
on the
It hurt
Operation
my
Babble
soul.
page.
It hurt my soul.
I did
That's
that
what made me
as I
text
was
you, too.
pulling. I know. I did that
It's
as
why
I
it
was
made me
pulling
text
out
you.
the movie though to watch.
It was so hurtful.
Because
I
we
was
were like, we
oh,
have enough time, and it was kind of like getting rainy here, so we're like, let's just turn it on now. So I finally watched. I watched it all the way through,
Yeah.
and I watched my DVD version because I couldn't find it
Yeah.
on Blu-ray anywhere. Like we found
It
it
still
now.
looks good though.
But Nick
dude.
made sense. She before I bought it, because we saw it at the store, and I was like, it was like $30. Or no, it was the digital version of all three for like $30. And I was like, should we just get this or what? And she's like, well, you don't even know if you like it yet
Yeah.
to like buy all three of them for that. And
Yeah.
but then I looked at the
Like the box sets and shit.
yeah, the box sets were about the same price actually.
Oh yeah, like the Blu-ray one right now is like the extended version
Yeah.
Blu-rays are like $60.
But I look
still.
at the individual prices too of the digitals, and they were like $15 a piece.
Yeah,
So I was
they're
like,
good
it's a lot
movies.
better to just get the whole thing.
Yeah.
But that wasn't for the director's cut or whatever, the extended
the
edition.
extended cut. Yeah.
So we ended up watching just the DVD, and
Cool.
I don't have the extended edition. Apparently, it's just the widescreen edition, which it might have extra stuff. I'm not sure. It was like 3
It's
hours
pretty-
and
nah,
something.
Oh yeah, it might be then. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it might be extended then. I don't quite remember, but I'll always say it's a treat though to see the theatrical version
Yeah.
and then go watch the extended version because this is one of the first times where it's like very few movies do the director's cut and
Right.
it's actually useful. I would say Blade Runner is one of those that's actually good.
Yes.
Like the director puts extra shit in and it's actually good.
And the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2.
Yes. Yep. I think it was 2. It was 2.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, I completely agree. Doesn't happen very often, so you're in for a treat if you actually end up liking them. I was
Right.
never gonna guarantee you were gonna like them because I'm a huge fucking fanboy.
Bum
but,
bum bum.
But yeah, if you like the first one, I'd say fuck it, just finish them all out in the theatrical cut, and then if you think they're good, roll through with the kiddos and
Yeah.
do the extended.
So we did actually start it with everybody.
Oh, awesome!
Everybody
great movies for
fell
me.
asleep except for me.
Yeah, nice.
I walked out of the room and started watching porn or something. I was
Oh.
like, Lord of the Rings, come on, Lord of the Cock
Was it
Rings.
Elven porn at least? Did you at least like Elven porn it?
Oh, it's the
Lies, dude.
we were
Liv-
chasing down the cock ring, and they were
Dude, Liv Tyler is in this movie. That is all the eye candy you need. She's hot as fuck.
Yeah. So no, I actually I
Arwen.
watched it completely 100% for you, dude.
And can I tell you, I super appreciate it. I do like to think that was my reward for finishing all of Stranger Things in less than a week. I feel like that was a reward I earned.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched Tusk. I'm a piece of shit, but I will knock that out.
I'm about to watch Tusk and Yoga Hosers probably
and
one of these in like a day or so.
And I was thinking you and I wanted to do the View Askew shit. You know what we keep forgetting to
Well,
put on
those
the
are not
list?
View Askew. Remember that shit.
Yes. But that was a kind of a tangent.
Yeah.
We have to watch the animated Jay and Silent Bob's.
I have that. Yep.
I do too.
Yeah.
So we got to watch those. That's part of it. I was just gonna throw that out there because those were actually good. I did not hate them.
You're
I
talking
actually
about
enjoyed
the
them.
animated Clerks TV show, right?
Was it Clerks or was it just Jay and Silent
It
Bob?
was Clerks.
Okay.
Because it
Yeah,
always
so
had to
that's what I
deal
watched.
with the
the only animated thing he actually put out.
Yeah. Well, they
Yeah.
I think they started to do something else recently, but I'm not sure if it got completed
Not
or
that I
not.
remember. Not that I remember.
So it should be
You
interesting.
know exactly what I'm talking about. Stop trying to overqualify for once.
I
Never thought I'd have to
gotta
backtrack
make
you.
sure, you know. But yeah.
But no,
so
this
I
is in the
watched
making.
it.
Why are we getting away from? Why are we
I,
tangenting?
Uh,
What'd you think, Michael? What'd
you
you
can
think?
definitely tell it's a Peter Jackson flick. By some of the just in the first like 20 minutes, I think I noticed like a lot of his old school camera moves. I mean, granted, this was 2001. But it gave me reminiscent like moments of like when he did Frighteners, the Frighteners.
Yeah. You remember Dead Alive?
Dead Alive was another one. I think I texted that to you.
Yeah, that's one of those movies I can't decide if I actually liked.
Yeah,
but it's
there's
just
a lot
so
of,
fucking crazy.
There's a lot of shots when Gandalf is like yelling at Bilbo Baggins. Where
am not a conjurer of
Yeah,
cheap tricks.
right there,
Yeah.
it kind of reminded me of Dead Alive. I was like, the fuck? Awesome.
I
was like, I don't understand though how he, because these were like expensive movies, correct? Back when they were made, or no?
Yeah. I mean, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Like
yeah,
how he got away with doing some of just these cheap tricks or cheap like camera moves or what people would consider B movie camera moves.
Yeah,
In
or like
such
the,
a big movie franchise.
The whatchamacallits, the forced perspective alone, just making the hobbits be but it proved that the guy was a technical genius. I don't know, you weren't like, oh,
You don't
maybe he
see
can actually
them.
tell a story, but he's a technical.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so good. He's just
You don't
That's why
really
the
see
fucking-
them do moves like that anymore though. Like
no.
a lot of moves they're not like they're not trying to like engage the audience by moving the actual camera, or even just
yeah.
by
Well, kind of like I would argue like a perfect example is like how they use the push pull in Jaws.
yeah.
They use it for the first time, and you go, "Oh my god!"
And it's like one of the
makes
most
sense.
iconic shots of the movie.
And
too.
now you see it in everything, and you kind of just don't have the appreciation for it
Right.
because it's not always done well. But when it's done well, it looks good. They used it in the Lion King animated. Like a push pull is very, very useful when it's done correctly.
Right.
And this movie does a lot of old tropes and old school filmmaking that is just underappreciated now. The backdrops, dude, when they go to Elrond to go see him and the elves, it's like a painted backdrop with a bunch of 3D models. It's like we haven't seen good 3D models since like they blew up the White House in Independence Day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I noticed when watching it, like you see a lot of the like painted on backgrounds throughout the movie. Like I told Nick, I was like, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like I just knowing that they had the tech to just do CG backgrounds if they wanted to.
But I'm glad they
weren't.
didn't,
They didn't. Like you could tell it makes the movie look even older though too. At
which
the
is
same
awesome.
time, which is cool.
It feels classic. It was
Yeah.
classic before it was even out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, it was classic for its time, and it was so cool. And the only reason why I can say that and feel confident saying that is because then you have The Hobbit. It comes out, and you have something.
Right.
You have something to compare it to.
And The
it's like,
Hobbit was just a lot of CG.
it was all CG, and it was just like you could tell they didn't care, and they were just
Cash grab.
They were just trying to capture lightning in a bottle. They couldn't do
Right.
it. It was impossible. And I'm gonna fanboy super fucking hard on this because this is my OT. Like a lot of people grew up with Star Wars. This is my OT. It's like my original trilogy for the layman's. And no, every time I watch this, I get something different from it. It's like the actors are phenomenal, the casting's amazing, the costumes are brilliant, the locations are insane, and the music. Oh my god, the fucking music. Every scene there's a different iconic song. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. So good.
And like just being able to see like them using matte paintings, all that shit for the background again. Like that's one thing that caught my attention. And again, I was watching the DVD on a 4K TV. I'm sure like a 4K remastered version or Blu-ray version is looks even better.
Maybe. I even told Hannah, I'm like, I don't even know if I want a 4K version because they have
Right.
painted backdrops and stuff. I actually like the idea. I think Blu-ray is about as high as I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to keep that classic look. I don't want that glossy look.
Unless they went back and they might have went back and Star Wars didn't just redone everything.
Yeah. But it's
Which-
also like this is Middle Earth. It's like
Yeah.
it's trees and nature and stuff. So I expect things to feel smoky and lived in and dusty and I don't want it to be glossy. It's not supposed to be. Star Wars can be glossy. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
The problem with the new trilogy that they're putting out, it's super glossy. I don't care about that. The prequels were glossy. It's the stories suck. Like that's where I bitch about it. Lord of the Rings is just so solid for me. I don't know. I really have zero complaints on it.
Right.
I'm sure if I watched it with a critical eye, I could definitely come up with some problems, but man, they're hard to find.
I mean,
Like
watching it, so again, it's an older movie, so when you're watching
why are you
now,
letting me talk? You just watched it.
Yeah.
You should tell me how you felt about it.
because
Shut up.
I've
Let me shut up.
seen so much shit lately. Just going back and watching an older movie, and Nick tried to remind me too. It's an older movie, so don't like build the bar for graphics and all that other shit up so high because of all the shit that's come out the last fucking 18 years or so. And I told her I go into movies and I fucking watched Howard the Duck in the last 10 years or last 10 years ish.
Well, and I'd argue we're watching shows
I'm
right
good to
now
go
that
with
come
it.
on Netflix and shit, and their CGI is just as terrible as it was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
The Hobbit, again, I can say The Hobbit, they have shitty CGI that looks worse than these movies. It's insane.
They do this stuff all the time. Some things are just cheaper, not cheaper, it just depends. But with this one, like, there were a few things that caught my attention. Like, I love the matte paintings of the background. In case people don't know what that is, it's when they take and actually paint in the background, such as the mountains and stuff like that. Sometimes they would paint it onto a glass and put it in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And make it give you the force to,
I would say a perfect example if you guys are trying to wonder. And I mean, oh God, if you love these movies, please get the box sets and watch the extended editions and watch the behind the scenes. I lived for the extended behind the scenes stuff. 18 hours worth of shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
They show you how they do it. I mean, technically, like when you go to the Elven City when they meet Elrond, that's a painted backdrop. But there are models in front of it. So, like, the building is real, but everything behind it is
It's kind of like how they do green screen nowadays, where they build some set pieces. You have the green
or
screen.
Greatest Showman.
And then
Greatest Showman's great. You know how they, like, they're on the roof dancing and you see the moon in the sky? That's a painted backdrop on an actual set.
Right.
That is
they
how
built
they
the
did
rooftop there, and it's not a real rooftop, but they built a set fake rooftop thing.
Exactly. So
You
that's...
know.
So there you go. Obvious. I would assume most of the people who are probably listening to us.
I
are
would
pretty
say
versed in
more
filmmaking.
so if you're looking at it and you don't understand, go watch a play. There's sets, and then you have your backdrop behind it, and that's
Agreed.
basically a green screen effect or the matte effect and all that bullcrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still feel like we're getting around. What did you think, Michael?
It's
what
tough
did you think?
To
I was
say
being a
because
jerk for a very long
We're only
time.
like not even 20 minutes in, and I don't want you to just like cut it off if I say something.
Start
bad.
fanboying and going like, no, if you don't like something, I'm curious why.
but
I gotta know.
So I like the fact that they did some old school shit in there, especially it being 2001. They had the opportunity to use CG. They did.
Yeah.
Again, I like the director. I like what he's done in the past. Well, now it's the way past. But
God, no kidding. Back in the ancient times.
like Frighteners with
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
Fucking great
And
film.
fucking Dead Alive was the first one of Peter Jackson's films I ever saw, and I fell in love with it, and because it was just fucking crazy.
And that's hard. That's a movie that that's a 50-50 movie. You turn that on, you are either going to love this or you're going to hate this.
You got to like it's kind of like Evil Dead 2.
I'm going to bring it back. Dude, it's way campier than that. The lawnmower
The
killing
fucking
scene,
baby.
come on. Yeah, oh, God damn. You know who actually introduced me to Dead Alive? Philip Spann from Rooster Teeth, who
yes.
was on our Endgame cast. That poor man. Yeah, he's the one who introduced me to that, and I watched it and I go, "This is the guy who made Lord of the Rings."
Right.
Holy fuck! It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And then you watch everything and you go, "Nope, his style's there. It's
Right.
there. It's just done in a more, I don't know, like artsy, normal way."
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
cool.
It's kind of like when Sam Raimi jumped in and did Spider-Man.
Into Spider-Man.
He
yeah.
put this shit in the Spider-Man 2 a lot more. When
Yeah,
you see it
the
with
Doc
Ock.
the Doc. Yeah, fucking Christ. Yeah, the Doc Ock fucking surgery scene.
Yeah.
100% agree. Yeah.
So yeah, I totally understand it, and that's why I will never take away from anyone when someone says, "Well, this director can't do this style."
Yeah,
bullshit.
Yep.
If they can tell the story, they can do the style. Like they'll
leave 'em
just add
alone.
their shit in there, you know.
Leave him alone. You hired him for a reason.
Some of
This
the
is number
sometimes,
one
well,
thing.
I mean, you know, maybe if you had Kevin Smith trying to do someone's crappy comedy, then yeah, it doesn't work. Cop out.
But you
But
gotta
no,
give
as
them
far
power,
as-
though, is the thing.
Yeah.
You can't hire them and say you can't change things.
Yeah,
That's
and then you
the
also have to
problem.
have actors that are willing to do what they want to try.
Exactly.
So yeah,
And dude, that cast. Are you fucking kidding me? The Lord of the Rings cast is just insane, dude.
yeah. No, so there's been scenes in this movie that I had seen before. Like there's gonna be spoilers for Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Does that
18
matter?
years
20
later.
Damn near 20 years, yeah.
So like Sam and Frodo, yeah. I was getting there.
It's okay. I'm not gonna.
when
No,
they
I don't want you
do-
to trip on yourself. This is.
When they do the scene at the end, towards the end of the movie where Sam is drowning and shit like that. I've seen
I
that
love
before. I don't remember if I saw it like walking through, But I remember seeing that whole sequence.
Like on Facebook or a meme.
Probably.
It's sad. It's sad you've probably seen the imagery before.
And like, you know, that's where everyone gets the whole, oh, they're gay for each other thing.
Or
and all
Sean
that
Bean,
shit.
dude. Sean Bean taking his moment,
Mhm.
you know, Boromir.
Yeah. Which
It's like
when
it's such a
everybody's
good
always
scene.
telling me Sean Bean dies in everything, so I kind of figured he was going to fucking die in this.
Exactly.
I was like, okay, so it has to happen.
But
And-
that
it
was kind of the
funny,
movie
though.
that started it, though. That's why it's so sad.
It was funny,
like,
though,
started
when
it.
he popped on screen. I was like, oh, it's the guy that makes me never want to watch fucking Game of Thrones again.
Yeah.
Here,
He's
let me
so good at
rephrase
it,
that
though.
because it sounded like shit coming out of my mouth. It's the guy who made me never want to watch Game of Thrones again. Because they built his character up and then fucking cut his head off.
Because he's awesome.
In
He's
Game of
so
Thrones, not Lord of the Rings.
Scene Bean. Well, they might as well have. Scene Bean is so good. He's so good.
I was wondering what they were going to do.
And there's a nice reveal later if you ever finish it, but I promised you I was not going to give you shit about the other two. I would like to think, because you still have skated across it, if you like the
So
first
there's a
one,
scene in this movie
you're an asshole.
at the end. Well,
well
it's not.
done.
It's like the last like main
Yeah.
fight scene when they're running through the woods with the orcs and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
After Sean, well, around
After
the time Bean dies and stuff.
Yeah.
What's
and the
his?
boat and all that.
Yeah, and the boats and all that
Sean Bean.
shit.
Boromir.
Yeah.
It's Boromir.
Yeah. So there's the scenes there. Oh, like the orcs running through the woods, like in the daytime. The way it was shot. Granted, I give it I give it leeway because it's 18 years old and I'm an asshole.
I do hate that, by the way, too.
It
I'm with
looks
you.
it looks bad. It kind of reminds me of like the birds from the Power Rangers running through the woods of the one planet.
It's totally the same vibe I got. It was lame. It was boring.
Yeah.
It was like trying to build. And the only reason why it sort of works in the movie is because the music's so good.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
And
It's
see, you
just-
see
they just
scenes like that though in other like lower budget indie medieval, like not medieval, fantasy films. You see shit like that.
It feels like filler. Like we needed to fill like 5 minutes. And we're just watching them. It's like,
Right.
oh my God, the heroes are running away. Okay, cut to a bunch of feet running by the camera. And then
Yeah.
another one. And then they even slow-mo them, which is
Yeah.
even worse.
And
it's
you can
like,
tell they didn't shoot the slow-mo scenes, any of the
Yeah.
slow-mo scenes
in
in
slow-mo.
slow-mo. It
Yeah,
was just like,
it looks like shit.
we're just going to slow this shit down. And it's like when Frodo's like
They're
doing
just
the fake
building-
death scene thing.
They're building
And he's like,
tension. They're building tension in a shitty, like,
it looked
campy
horrible,
way.
though, in that way. Like,
It was really fucking bad, which sucks because, again, the music was so good. And, like, God, it was building so strong, and it's just like, eh.
yeah.
Like, we're going to keep cutting. It's like, you didn't need to do that. The movie's already, like, fucking 2 hours long. You don't need to fill.
Right.
Like, just cut and cut away.
And can I say the scene where they did the slow-mo on Frodo's face, like after he gets stabbed by the...
I'm okay with that. Fuck you.
After he
But
gets stabbed by it, though, it's like they make
I
this
know he's
big
not gonna
deal
die.
about
Shut
it,
up.
and then he's
Shut
like,
up.
he's not dead.
When he gets killed by
die.
when he gets stabbed by the night wraiths or the ring wraiths.
No, when he
Right?
gets
On top of
stabbed
the-
by the cave troll.
Oh, because they do the reveal that he's got the mithril. Fuck you.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
awesome.
stupid. He acts like he's in so much pain. It didn't pierce him whatsoever.
Okay, I'll remember that when somebody gets shot with a bulletproof vest and they go, "Oh, it knocked the wind out of me." You're an idiot.
Those people need to grow up too.
Oh my God, you're dumb. I get that you're nitpicking. That's a bad nitpick. Because when people get shot in a bulletproof vest, it happened in Stranger Things
the fucking
3.
Wraith
When the
thing, that's
when the
so
Russian
stupid.
Terminator gets shot with 5 bullets, he goes down and you think he's dead. No, he pops back up and goes, "Oh, he's
I
wearing a
didn't think he
bulletproof
was
vest."
dead at all. I was like, he's got a vest on.
Well, good for you, Michael. We know what the movie was doing, you dipshit. Again, I'm gonna go. Look, I get leeway
See,
because
John doesn't
I
want
already said
anybody.
no because I already said that the slow mo bullshit was bullshit. The mithril
that's
thing
what
was
I'm
a
saying
reveal.
is like if that scene would have happened without this extra slow mo onto it, I think it wouldn't have been so bad for me.
You're dumb.
but that's
Because
just me.
they did the slow mo when he got stabbed, and then they stayed in the slow mo when they cut it to everybody's reaction.
Do they? Okay.
And you wanted
if
everybody's
they do that,
reaction.
then that's fine. But shoot it in
Yeah.
slow mo. Don't fucking slow the film down. It looks horrible.
I absolutely agree with that.
But
yeah,
again,
no,
that comes from him.
But you
doing
weren't
like
talking
his-
about technical on that. You were talking story. You were talking story.
both.
Because they do
I'm
cut.
talking
They do
both.
cut the slow mo of Merry, Pippin. I think even Gandalf and Samwise all get a moment where they all like have a slow mo. Like no,
But it
he got
doesn't look as bad
stabbed.
as when he's doing it.
And you're dumb. And now that you think,
His
now if you
tongue's
play
like
it,
coming out of his mouth.
if
and
you
shit.
play it like a bulletproof vest,
Oh.
I think it will play just fine.
You're
insane.
It might as well have been as bad as the time travel from Endgame. What the fuck? This
You're-
movie
you're
is
a bad
horseshit.
person.
Come on.
No, we are not going to move forward until you say I'm joking, because I know you're full of shit on that. Because nothing's worse than Endgame.
No, so that's that part there. But with the cave troll too, like,
Which I will debunk. That's bullshit.
like
And you have a toy.
I have a toy of a cave
I
troll.
have to make this joke. I have to make.
and
this
I
joke.
fucking
It's great.
I didn't know what it was
couldn't
too.
believe it.
I picked
You
it up a
said-
few months ago.
The
and I was
only
like,
thing
what
that makes
is
it
this?
better. The only thing that makes it better is you sent me a text the day after you watched it, and it's in the morning.
Yeah.
I want you to know it's the very first text I woke up to this morning. I rolled off the couch, I grabbed my phone, and it's a picture of you holding this big monster in your hand. And you go, I've had this for like, what, 6 months, I think you said? I have no idea what the fuck it is. And now I do. And I go, he's got a cave troll. And I'm like, oh, I'm dying. He knows what it is now.
There's
so
no fucking
amazing.
markings on that toy, dude. So I didn't
It's
know
so
anything.
funny.
And then as soon as I saw it, I was like, and I said it really loud to Nikki. I was like, I have that fucking thing. Now I know what it's from. And she's like, what?
it's so great.
I was like, the cave troll. I know what it is.
Yeah, it's like one of
now."
those like 12, 13 inch
Yeah.
cave trolls. It's fucking huge. It's awesome. But to be fair, it could kind of, if you weren't thinking about it, it is blue, so you're dumb if you don't know the original Star Wars trilogy. It could look like a Rancor. I
Yeah.
could get it.
Yeah.
I can totally get it.
But
It
there's
looked
no
like a Star
LFL
Wars.
on it, so.
Exactly. So I get it. It's fine. You get a pass. And you just saw the movie, so
But
I'm not giving
I
you
didn't
shit.
give it. I didn't grab it because of Star Wars. Like I always check and see if there's a LFL on it, anyways.
But what else you got, man? I mean, seriously though, like you got more problems with the movie? You like the movie? What are we doing? It's good. It's good shit.
So I
Mary and
said
Pippin,
the
they're
thing
amazing.
about the guys running through and shit.
Yeah.
Because it just reminded me of a Power Rangers scene.
No, I
sequence.
totally get it. It's cheap.
But,
It felt cheap.
And then again, they use the fucking slow motion when dude's trying to drown too. I was like, just go underwater.
No, that's good. That's good imagery.
It's
Good imagery.
It looks horrible though. Like if they would have shot it in slow mo, it would have been better.
Maybe with that scene. I like it because it's underwater. It looks drowning and
But
dreary.
you also get the sense of this is a director who has had to do this before because of his background in filmmaking.
And let's be fair, given his background, they were only giving him the first movie. I mean, they probably signed him on for the trilogy.
Right.
But if this movie bombed, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So why not try and save some money on the first
I did
movie?
like
You know
that
what
they
I mean?
were able to complete a story within this movie and not
It feels good.
leave it as like a major cliffhanger, like right after Gandalf dies or some shit. Then
even though it is a cliffhanger because they're still walking to the thing.
there's
but the
it's
fact
still
that
a
you know
cliffhanger,
that there's
but-
gonna be another movie, it seems unfair. Because it's not like Star Wars. Like the first Star Wars movie, they blow up the Death Star, they defeat Darth Vader, and he blows off into the fucking middle of space. You don't know if he dies or whatever, but it's fine. You'd be okay with that ending. It wouldn't be great,
right.
but you'd be okay with it. This movie, it's like, the ring's not destroyed yet. We're not done. We got to keep going.
Yeah.
So ending on a cliffhanger is good. I do like, God, I love the pacing.
It's a cliffhanger, but not like a big cliffhanger like it could have been.
And it's not a bullshit one. It's not like
Right.
we cut to black and hope for the best.
Because when Nick fell asleep, but then she like woke up like right after Gandalf died, and I was like, it's almost over. Just stay around. And she's
No, it
like,
wasn't.
she told me it was almost over, and I was like, okay, so I'll just stay down here and finish it up. She went upstairs to bed. And
there's like
I'm
another
sitting there
hour
watching it.
after
I'm
that.
like, dude, there's 45 minutes left to this
yeah,
shit.
there's like another hour after the ball ride
Yeah.
scene.
So
That scene is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
You shall not pass. God damn it, dude,
Again,
Ian
it's
McKellen.
another memeable thing that's out so
But
much
Ian
that I've
McKellen
seen,
is
so
amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good. But like, come on though. Like having the context makes it powerful though. You get why it's a meme.
yeah.
It's so good.
And I love how they
It's-
have to fucking make Christopher Lee a bad guy all the time. Every fucking
Dude,
movie he's in,
It's the voice.
he's just
It's
a
the
bad
voice,
guy.
dude. It's the
Ugh.
voice. People make modulators to sound like that dude.
Yeah.
He's got that voice. He's just like, I'm Saruman. And it's like he's so fucking cool. He's so cool.
I think the
He's so
Emperor has
fucking
just entered your apartment.
God damn. He's so cool though. Saruman's awesome.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to remember other shit like I love the way they do like and I've seen that scene before too, and I always was like, I want to know how they did that. I should watch the extras. But how they make
Chewbacca?
shit.
Come on. You can do it.
Bilbo, not Bilbo.
Gollum.
No. The
God
other
help me.
fucking Hobbit.
Frodo.
Frodo.
Samwise.
How they make Frodo look so much smaller than Gandalf in that opening scene when he jumps
Oh,
on him and shit.
The forced perspective stuff.
Yeah. I mean, granted, sometimes you can see where they like used a kid as a stand-in.
Yeah.
In some of them, which is kind of cool. Like they did that with Chucky too back in the day. They always used to use a
They composite. It's a
Yeah.
it's a composite scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was kind of cool to see
Dude,
shit like
I'm
that,
telling
too.
you, finish the movies and then watch the behind the scenes. You'll fucking love it. You'll
Yeah.
die. They're so good. They are so good. Because like even like Elven dialect and like writing and they talk about all the way they did all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like forced perspective. and
Honestly,
green
like
screens and
the best thing for watching the movie for me was seeing like a lot of these cheap tricks that they did. That like it's like, okay, I know how to do that. Why isn't my shit blowing up? First of all,
Yeah.
it kind of makes you sad too. But it's
Yeah.
like also I see the climate and how movies are made nowadays that people don't want to see cheap shit. They want to see, not that the movie itself is cheap, but like the tricks.
nobody
that
wants
you
to see
can
anything.
do.
Nobody cares about that stuff.
Yeah.
They just want to watch a scene and go home. Everybody's used to YouTube.
You do
They're
stuff.
used to 10-minute
You
clips.
shoot a movie how he shot that one now, and it would just be like a psychedelic trip type movie or
Yeah.
some shit with some of the shots.
The whole thing is I will tell people back in the day they were actually movies that told a coherent story based on all these scenes.
Yeah.
That
Which
were all put
this
together
movie
to tell a story.
This movie does it while still leaving open for more movie.
Yeah. You watch a new movie now, everybody is what they have to be for that scene.
Mm-hmm.
People are fine with it. It's like YouTube watching. It's like, okay, I can watch this 10 minutes and it looks beautiful and it works. I'll watch this 5 minutes. It looks beautiful and looks good.
Right.
As long as all of those things in 5 minute to 10 minutes chunks entertain me, it's fine. I don't care about the overall thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just did the 5 minute sections do everything. When I looked away to my phone or when I looked down to grab my soda, is that good enough?
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, that's good enough. And sorry, it's not good enough for me. I prefer older stuff. I want to watch Terminator 2. I want to watch Lord of the Rings because I have The Hobbit. I have proven that a good trilogy can survive and a bad trilogy can ruin it.
Right.
I can already show you that. I mean, at least consensus. The original trilogy is just so much more watchable than The Hobbit. It just has to be. The Fellowship is so much better
Watching
than The
this
Hobbit.
movie, even though I think it was probably about an hour-ish longer than the Hobbit movie, it was still a better movie to
maybe.
watch and a better story.
It makes you want to watch
not-
it.
well,
Like,
Well,
The
it's hard
characters
to
are
say.
better,
The
too.
characters are good, but the story that that they want to get out in that movie is
Mm-hmm.
better than the story that they're trying to get on The Hobbit. Because I don't actually
agree.
remember the story that they're actually trying to get on The Hobbit besides
It's bad.
merchandising. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much
like.
what I got out from that one. Was it's just a big ploy to let's sell more
Yeah.
Hobbit toys. These people
Yep.
want these little guys. Let's Hairy feet all over the fucking toys. Let's go.
You remember Lord of the Rings? You remember that thing that was good? We're gonna try and do that again.
Right.
And we did bad.
and they do a very good job at like giving you the basic backstory from The Hobbit within like the first 10, 15 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. That was
so it's
my,
like,
that
why
was
do
my
we
big gripe.
need the prequel?
Exactly. It was stupid.
Like
you remember?
you gave us all the shit, and now you have to go. I'm sorry, man. But they gave us all the stuff in the first 10, 15 minutes while they're in the Shire, but then
I got tangled up in my headphones.
then they got to go to and do the Hobbit movie, which can kind of retcon some of the shit that they were talking about in this original series.
I don't know. Like, keep going with gripes, because then I wanna tell you why you're wrong, or why you might be right, or why you might be right. To be fair, you've had a couple of criticisms that I totally think are valid.
I don't really have much else as criticism though. Like,
Which I think is good.
The
That's a good
story.
side.
I mean, I can't really rip on a story that's been around for so fucking long, anyways. They have
But
the
not only
story that
that,
go
but
along with the book,
the actual book.
so it doesn't really matter with that. I
And did you
mean,
ever read the book?
Yes, a long time
Yeah.
ago. Now, here's a fun fact, or fun thing, a fun good thing, anyways.
A fun, goodie thing.
A good fun time thing, man. Did that sound too stonery?
Stonery! That is going to be the allegory afterwards for slashery.
Stonery.
We're going to do the stonery section when I can't remember
On the 5
anything.
minutes of stonery.
Okay.
No, so normally when we're watching movies, Nick's always like fucking asking me questions, and I always get
Oh, wow.
sick
I'd break
of it.
up with her. I'd be broken up with her yesterday.
Like, she's that person that's like, I don't get it. What's going on?
Why are
Blah,
they
blah,
doing
blah.
that?
Yeah. Or basically asking me what the end of the movie is going to be like for the end of the fucking movie.
Fucking kill me. Watch the fucking movie.
And this is why I loved watching movies with one of my friends from back home, because she never talked during the movie.
Yeah.
We both just sat there. We watched our movies. We discussed it afterwards, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
which
this
is
is
the way
a
it
chick I
should
never
be.
banged, so points for me.
I love how you have to qualify that. I appreciate it.
I have to make sure, because I always had to tell Nikki we didn't. We just watched.
I swear to God.
Always watch movies. That's all we ever did before I even got with Nick. So last night, was it last night? Yeah. When I watched the movie, I finally got the chance to be that person and be like, I don't get it. What's going on here?
Oh my God.
She
you
got
did it.
so fucking annoyed. Cause I'm like, one, and I
That's
think I
awesome.
texted you. I was like, couldn't they have come up with a better name than Dark Lord? Like the fucking Dark Lord. If in the book, I guess, come up with a little better name than just the Dark Lord. It's so generic. Even in 2001, it was so fucking generic.
Do you remember when that book was written, Michael?
Yes, but you could change it up in the movie. They change shit for comic book characters all the time. Why not change that?
Wrong. Wrong. Wrong.
Retcon that shit.
Wrong.
After we talked about retconning.
Wrong.
But no,
again,
no,
this
I'm
is
not,
but
that's not a big
no.
thing.
That's
I
not a
just thought it was
world-breaking
funny
thing.
because it was like the movie starts and then they say the Dark Lord, and my first thought was,
It's
is
not
this
Dark
like-
Lord Funk. This is okay.
No, this
It's
is
not
my thought.
Voldemort. First of all, chill out. Two,
That wasn't
I
my
would
first
also,
thought. My first thought
I would-
was like dudes and dragons or some shit.
Oh my God, you're dumb. That's great. I would make the argument again. This is why I'm not going to give you shit, because this was again a perspective thing. Like I said, Dark Lord would not have bothered you 20 years ago.
No.
It bothers you now.
I mean, 20 years
Which-
ago, what was I? I was like 12.
It was
13,
2001.
something.
2001, so we were probably
I don't
12.
know.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
know.
you know, yeah, math.
96.
14. Right? 14.
Six.
Yeah,
I was 16.
give or take. Oh, yeah, you were older. than me.
15 or 16.
Keep forgetting you're older than me. Anyway, math. Sorry, math is the fucking worst. No, seriously though, it wouldn't have bothered you 20 years
20
ago.
years ago wouldn't bother me. I guess with like
It is
well,
a funny
shit-
commentary, but I get
shit
it.
like people that people come up with movies nowadays still bother me. It's like you couldn't be more creative than that. Look at the names of the movies we get nowadays. Like you're basically just saying the name
Well,
of the
there are
guy.
reboots. They're all reboots.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say? Like I said, this is an original thing. You got to go in
Right.
hoping for the original with that mindset, which is difficult to do. Which, whatever.
Which I can do.
That's not
though,
something that
'cause, I
bothers
mean,
me.
I
I don't care.
fucking went in and watched, and this is another one that she was surprised I had never seen was when I watched Howard the Duck. I just watched that like probably 6-7 years ago. It was the first
That
time I
does
ever
surprise
watched
me.
it.
I figured you would have watched that as
Yeah.
a kid. That feels like a you movie.
And I looked at her, I was like, I didn't just sit around watching movies all the time. What the fuck do you think I am? I was outside
fair.
doing shit all the time when I was a kid, you know? We barely got to watch movies.
We were watching wrestling, baby. Fuck off. We had WWF Attitude Era, baby.
Wrestling and stuff, yeah. And I mean,
was actually
that was
good.
the time frame where watching The Simpsons, I would get yelled at if I was watching it.
Oh,
Get out of
yeah.
the room! You can't watch this. No,
I did too.
No to The
I
Simpsons.
couldn't believe it. I got yelled at about it too. It was weird. It's like I'm allowed to watch like Xena and Roseanne and all these other shows, but I can't watch The Simpsons.
We watched Xena and Hercules as like a
crazy.
family and shit.
I'm
yeah.
watching sword fights and shit, but I can't watch The Simpsons.
Yeah, I
I'll
guess
give you- I'll
back
give you the
then
Halloween-
Simpsons was like the adult cartoon before
Yeah.
Family Guy.
Which I would give you like on Halloween when they do the Treehouse of Horrors. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, they did some fucked up shit, but
Yeah.
like calm down.
Anyways, back to the
Yeah,
Lord
sorry, tangent
of the
Tangent.
Rings.
To the Lord, the Dark Lord of the Rings.
That's gonna be the next movie.
Yeah, right. I won't give you shit about that because I don't care.
the
That doesn't break- it
sequel to
doesn't
the
break
Lord of
movie.
the Rings, produced by Disney. The
And you'll
Dark
like the
Lord.
next, and if you ever watch it like 20 years from now when you watch the second one, you're gonna like that one better, 100%. It's got more action. The Battle of Helm's Deep is.
Well, see, I like that this one didn't have a lot of action. This one gave me more of the story, which I liked. Because
Oh, and the characters are great, dude.
I wanted to see this the world be fleshed out. I wanted to see everything that they showed me, because if they would have just gone into like action like the movies nowadays do, without explaining how the world
Yeah.
is
There's no
evolved.
stakes. I don't
It's
care
like-
about anybody. I don't know what's happening.
Right.
I don't know.
It's
it was
like
exactly what I was.
if Infinity War happened without any of the other fucking movies, it'd be like,
Exactly.
I don't care. You
It's
know?
like I'll watch it and enjoy it for what it is, but
if
I'm not gonna
that,
have the
if that
stakes.
though, it's like, you know.
Maybe. I mean, it's like, well, I mean, you could read comics and like, or watch a cartoon and go, I know these characters.
But you don't know the characters as portrayed in the MCU.
But you
I
don't
always look at
care.
everything differently like that. Like I
Yeah,
can,
yeah, yeah.
I can, like,
Well, you're talking to a guy who
Yeah.
called Infinity War meme the movie. Like, you know, it's.
Well,
I totally get it, but at the
Yeah.
same time, again, it's like if you're gonna watch it as a comic book movie, you're gonna go, well, that was fun. I don't know what the fuck just happened,
yeah.
but it was fun,
But
and I can get it. But
for this one though, dude, it's like it's one of those movies that people, I could see nowadays if it would have come out, like people would be like, well, that was just boring because there's not a lot of action.
God, that would
But
kill me. I couldn't even
love
believe it.
the fact that there's just the right amount of action to move the movie along faster
Or
when
make
it
you
needs
care.
it. Yeah.
or make you care. And like
But-
every fight scene is poignant.
But,
and,
like, people
and
wouldn't
they're
even
not
consider-
just fight scenes. They're like the fight scenes were a consequence of something that they did,
Right.
which was something I liked. You didn't just like walk into a room and we're gonna fight now. It was like
Yeah.
no, like Pippin accidentally kicked that helmet down the well, and now we have a fight scene. Or, you know, we're running through this thing and the Balrog shows
And I
up,
love the
or,
fact
like,
that like they don't just like play it off as it's like okay that he knocked the whole fucking skeleton down.
there's a
Like,
consequence.
Gandalf, not only the consequence, but Gandalf like fucking yells at him like
Gets
he's a
in his
little
fucking
kid.
That Peregrine took you fool. Like it's like, oh god. And having Gandalf fail at you is like having your grandpa being like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, you retard?"
Right.
Like it like hurts your soul.
Oh.
And like and like
Now-
they set everybody up so good. I gotta ask, who's your favorite character though? Like who? Like if you gave a shit about anybody, like I guess maybe not your favorite, maybe most memorable. Because
Most
Aragorn's
memorable.
Aragorn's my dude, man. I love him in this movie.
So
And knowing some of like the behind the scenes shit makes him so much cooler to me.
uh,
Samwise a cool character. Gandalf is so tight though. Like he's written so
Right.
solid. And like and he has so many layers. Like when he does that thing, when he like does the dark, stormy thing with like Bilbo and Frodo inside the Hobbit house, ooh, and everything gets dark and he gets like really big and creepy. So they do that subtle shit so good. Like I'm not a conjurer of cheap.
I'm not sure.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
I will say I'm surprised that with all the makeup that they had on the dwarf, what was his name?
Gimli.
Okay. That with all the makeup they had on him, he was still able to do the emotions properly. Like when he finds out his brother died, right?
Yeah. Oh, when all his friends are dead.
Yeah.
No, it's
everybody in the whole
Mountain of Mornir or whatever, the Mines of Mornir. And I love that the Elven thing. Belloc, speak friend and enter. It's like a nice little puzzle, and they were actually stuck there. That was cool. It wasn't like they just figured it out in the scene. It was like we can't figure it out, and then we cut away to something else that's happening. So they've been stuck there for a minute.
And the fact that fucking Gandalf can't even get it open, but the Hobbit
it's so
just
great.
goes up.
It's so great. I love it. And then yeah, and he's really sad. And a nice little behind the scene for Gimli. Even more impressive is because he was actually allergic to his makeup. So if you look at his eyes and stuff, he's like really puffy and his eyes are red.
Now,
he's allergic to everything.
Now, there's, like I was saying before, though, so I was asking Nikki a lot of questions. Like I was trying to ask her about different shit, and she get annoyed. It's so fucking fun. I was like, yes, you know how
I
it
finally
feels.
get to deal it back.
And I even said that to her. I was like, how does it feel? she fucking hated it. But no, so they were like, I don't remember all the spots, but I remember a few of them where I was like, well, why? I don't get it. Like, what's the point? Like that. And one of them, like, and I'm still not sure if I understand. Like, I think I understand. I'm not sure if they explain it in the movie. I didn't catch it anyways. So, like, what is it with the hobbits and the rings? Like, how can they hold the ring for so long? Because Bilbo had it for fucking 60 years before it really started to take effect to him. So, like, is there an explanation later on, or is it just because of how their culture is? Like,
it's
they're
their
not really
personalities.
Okay.
It's their personalities and their culture.
Okay. They're not like really greedy people. They don't really care about all the other crap.
Again, watch a couple more movies. They actually do really get into that. Especially again, the second movie, they really dive into that.
Okay.
Because they also get into the backstory of Gollum and why things happened.
And he had the ring for 500 years before.
He had it for a very long time. Yes.
Right.
Yes. And that's why it broke him down. But also it's like,
and how old is the fucking elf guy? Because he's like, I was there 3,000 years when the
elf guy, Elrond.
Elrond, yeah.
No, wait. Hugo Weaving?
Yeah, Hugo Weaving.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, because he said Hugo Weaving, because he said he was there like 3,000 years before.
Yeah, they live forever. They live for like thousands of years.
Okay. Because they do good at the world building though, of like explaining the different cultures, which is one thing that Aquaman could have taken a hint from.
I was about to get there because I actually believe like this was a thing where this is where you see world building done really well. Because I would argue, remember when they get to in Aquaman when they get to the kingdom of the deserters in the desert or whatever, and then they like show you the background of Atlantis.
Yeah,
that is poor world building. Again, that was a sequence that should have happened at the beginning of the movie. The reason why they didn't put it at the beginning of the movie was because it was so shit. People would have jumped out of the movie immediately.
Not they would have shot it better, got better narration for it.
Oh, it was all bad. It was all bad. There's nothing good about that.
I don't see why we needed all that,
At that point, it's like, why bother? But no, go ahead and go back and watch the 10-minute opening or whatever, where they do that. I'm telling you, they do explain a lot of that. It's just,
I think I got a little distracted as soon as they said the Dark Lord. That's what I'm saying. Oh.
It's a little late. It's a little late, and it's whatever. No, I'm telling you, a lot of it is there in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
With the Isildur and Sauron coming in with the rings, and they talk about why, the humans got 7, the elves got like 5, the dwarves got like so many, and because of the greed and the corruption of humans, because every race hates humans because we're the most corruptible.
Yeah.
That's why Boromir is one of the first to be taken. That's why Aragorn is.
Well, they also hate them too because of the king that had the ring.
All
before,
of that stuff,
right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All of that stuff. We're the most corruptible, and they very allude to that. They always do. And and Rohan and Gondor when they get introduced, I'm telling you, dude, the world building is really solid. This movie does really. All of these movies do really, really well because you watch all three. Mm-hmm. Because this is a solid trilogy. This was something that was built to be a trilogy from day one.
And can we say there's a lot of, I mean, granted, I know the book was written way back in the day.
Yeah, it's fine.
So the book was written as like kind of a take on society back then too. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these subtle things in there, but you can really see them in this movie if you're looking
the World
for
War
them.
II stuff. The World War II stuff.
Yeah. And
industrialization.
And not only that,
kind
like
of the ideology.
I'm guessing I still have to watch the other two, but I'm guessing like there's those subtleties of like it's not always the strongest person who's fit for this the right task of this. Like they get to it with the Hobbit all the time.
Physical is not mental.
Right.
Like that's how it is.
And then showing how weak humans truly are because you can't touch the fucking ring. That's because
Frodo and the hobbits, like because even Samwise, you forget Samwise holds it and does not care.
Yeah,
he even gives. He wants to give it back to him, actively give it to him, and Frodo is still mad at him. Like, just for touching it, he's still mad at him. Which, it shows everything. God damn, dude, Sean Astin as Samwise is one of the greatest things.
He did not age very well, though.
But he is such a pure character.
Yeah.
It's just like, Samwise is so pure. It's just so good.
And the way he, like, holds true to, like, Gandalf telling him to take care of him.
Yeah.
It's like, he's... Oh.
It's so good, dude. And character interactions are so solid. Like,
yeah.
Aragorn is the fucking man. He does not fuck around.
Aragorn is... I'm trying to remember...
Viggo Mortensen.
Okay,
He's the ranger.
Yep.
The ranger. Like... Oh, and the best when he fights that big-ass orc at the end, when Boromir dies. Mm-hmm. And, he gets that shield thrown on him.
Yeah.
And he got the shield. Like... And the orc throws the dagger at him. He threw a real fucking knife at him. By accident.
Oh.
The stuntman had a real knife. He chucked it at him. And when you see Viggo Mortensen deflect it, it's a real knife.
Yeah.
He deflected a real fucking knife. It was so fucking dope. People were like losing their minds. Dude, I'm not kidding you. Once you finish this series, which I refuse to believe you won't finish it at some point because the first movie's good. I don't care what anybody says. And they're better when you
still
finish.
haven't said it yet.
And that's fine.
We'll see.
You'll be missing out.
We'll
That's
see.
on you. But I'm not kidding. The behind the scenes was almost better than the movie. That's not true, but at the end of the day, it was just like you learn so many things about what happens and what the actors went through, and like,
yeah.
Oh my god, dude, this movie's so fucking good. It's like I'm trying to think like the ring wraiths. Again, you forget the ring wraiths are the humans. That's why they became those, because they were so corrupted. They became
I was
those
trying
things.
to like figure those things out too. That's one of the things I was asking Nick, but I was like, okay, I get it. Like,
and when he puts the ring on, it gets worse.
Right.
Like he starts to degrade faster. And and again, once you get through the movies, you see his degrading. Like they don't want to do it. They want to hint at it. The next two movies, dude, you watch a descent. Mm-hmm. You watch it really take its toll on his soul and stuff, and it's really poignant. It's really cool. It's good imagery. It's
now,
just good shit.
Another one I question too, and this is the last one I really question in the movie. To Nick, and she couldn't answer me. She just kept saying, because that's what they did. Because I don't...
Shut up, Myke. It's in the movie. Shut up.
Basically,
stop asking me questions.
So the big orc that they cut his head off at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
What's his deal? Like, so they show him being
what makes him more special than anybody else?
Right. They show him being born or something. Like,
Nothing. It's just a leader.
Why?
It's like
Why did we
like a
need
video
to see
game.
that though? Like I was so confused. I was like, what's the importance of this one being born? I was like, is he going to be a big bad throughout the whole thing?
Because he's a big bad.
Or what? And then he just dies
He's a big
right
bad
away.
for the story.
And
No, he's just a big bad for the
just
story.
that. But he really didn't do anything.
He fought Aragorn. He fought the
For like
Ranger. He fought the
Half
strongest.
a second.
Doesn't matter. He fought the strongest guy in the group. Not only, but you got to think he almost beat Aragorn twice.
Yeah.
He threw the shield in, thought he was going to kill him. He killed Boromir.
Did
He kills a couple of. Yeah, he's the guy who put the arrows in Boromir.
No, he didn't. Everyone
Yeah, he
else
did.
did.
No, it was him. You watch him do it, and he's literally standing.
He's
going to
do the last one.
He did all three.
He did all of them. Okay.
Yeah, and God, you watched it 2 days ago, and I laugh at you.
I didn't get that from that because I saw other people with bows too.
Yeah, no, but he did it
Because it was
killed
happening
Boromir.
so fucking fast. It was hard
Yeah,
to.
no, he
Yeah.
killed Boromir, and then he fights one-on-one with Aragorn. And you got to remember, he took his arm off, and he still fought him. And then you also remember Aragorn shoves his sword through him.
Mm-hmm.
And he does the thing where he grabs his hand and goes, and
Yeah.
makes him put it all the way through him and takes it out. And he's a badass. And Aragorn's like, no, fuck you. Boom. There goes his head.
Yeah.
And it's fucking awesome. I'm fanboying so hard.
Which I've tried to teach my kids that shit.
But like I'm saying, the whole point was you want to prove that there is a faction.
Yeah.
Just because they're not mindless drones. They are orcs. Like they are an army. They are people
Right.
with minds.
I was just
you
so
have to have leaders.
confused at like why we were watching him come
But
out.
also look at
or
him.
Was
Did
he
you
being
notice?
born or was he like?
Yeah, he was coming out and doing whatever. Like, they pull him out of the sludge
Right.
and he comes out. But you also got to remember, they put the hand of Saruman on him. The white
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
Only they get that. The
big
high
ones?
ranks.
Okay.
Yeah. There is a ranking system. And again, you'll see that in the second movie because there's this big army
Yeah,
battle
there's the
and
big
they do
fight
it
in there. Yeah.
at Helm's Deep. And they actually show it as an old school like army battle.
Right.
And it's pretty dope. I say dope. It's like Helm's Deep. It's like
I mean, I
people
would
talk about how good that is.
Mm,
But that's why
I'm
it's
gonna
there.
watch-
He is supposed to be the big bad because it's like, well, why would you have some fucking peon fighting
Right.
Aragorn, who is the hero? He is the ranger, the hero, the
Right.
guy. So why would you not do that?
well, I'm gonna
also,
have to watch the other two to probably get a lot more of the
Yes,
the
and you will.
backstory, of course.
and you will, and you will.
But
And,
I could just imagine, like, as that movie comes out nowadays, it would have been like, what the fuck was that point? That was a waste of time. Kind of like I was doing last night. I was like
yeah.
questioning. I was like, why
But
are
these
we
are
seeing
built
this?
in.
Why? Why?
The
Why?
other thing was is that when they were coming out, they were built as a trilogy. They were told to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
When they were coming out, they said there are 2 more movies.
Right. Because this came
Deal
out
with
the
it.
same year Harry Potter actually came out. The first Harry Potter.
It came like a year after the prequels for Star Wars as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if
Yeah, 'cause that
Phantom
was
Menace would have
99,
bombed, they wouldn't
yeah.
have made any more.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So the fact that they came out and said, no, calm down. There will be 3 movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, these movies warrant extra watches. Once you see all 3, you go back and rewatch it, you're going to get so much more out of it.
Right.
I know that sounds like a dumb thing to say, but it's like good movies do that.
No, you get it, especially after you get the whole world built for you and you understand more of the character stuff, like
and the
again
world
with the
building
orcs
is
and shit like
solid, dude. And it's going to
So-
get more solid once you start to meet more characters and like get things fleshed out.
that. Yeah.
Because you meet more elves and shit like that. And can I tell you again about female fucking empowerment? Tell me Liv Tyler is not a fucking badass in this movie.
Yeah.
She has 3 scenes? And she's the fucking coolest character there for me. One of the coolest characters. Well, that scene where she has to run from the ring race on the horse holding Frodo.
Mm.
And she goes, you want him? Come and claim
That
him.
was so-
I'm like, oh my God, that's so dope.
That was
It's
another
so
one
cool.
though, too, dude. Like,
You didn't like it?
No,
I thought it was
liked
the
it,
coolest shit
but I
ever.
questioned shit to Nikki because like she's running with him, but then he's like seems like he's fading out too much.
Yeah.
And she starts crying and shit. I'm like, this bitch just met him. Why is she crying? I'm like,
Because she knows who he is.
I don't get it, but
She knows who he is.
Yeah.
She's from that city with Elrond. She's Elrond's daughter.
I get that. I understood that part, dumbass.
Then why do you think she'd care about him? He's holding the fate of the world. He is holding the fate of the world. Are you kidding me? He can't die. If he dies, we got to give it to somebody else that we don't trust.
Sam. Give it to Sam.
Can Sam do it alone? Probably not.
Oh.
It's the whole point. It's like, he's the bearer. He's the guy that we all trusted. Gandalf fucking signed off on him. It's like, Gandalf is the crutch. That's a big thing. It's a huge thing. They have a scene, Michael, where there's a bunch of the top people from every race
Now,
sitting around a thing. These are people on a council.
When you put the ring on, does it automatically make you invisible, or do you have to think that?
That's the power. No, it's the power.
So
it makes you invisible.
Then how come the Dark Lord at the beginning wasn't just invisible?
Because it made him super powerful. Is this the thing? I think. I don't know. I don't know if they talk about that. I don't know. Actually, and that might be a book thing. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure.
Because I was trying to figure out.
That might be a plot problem.
Well, I was trying to figure.
It might be. I mean, it might be.
Right.
I don't know.
I was trying to figure out. I'm like, well, do they automatically turn invisible? Does everybody turn invisible if they put the ring on? How do they use the power of the ring? Like, if Gandalf did take it and use the power for good, like how does it happen? It's shit like that. I was like,
it just makes you.
I don't
powerful,
understand it,
but it makes you also invisible.
Right. I guess it's kind of like the Infinity Gauntlet. Like, you never know how much power it really has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is kind of shitty. I do kind of hate that. I guess I would argue, I think the reason why they did the invisibility thing was because you needed a consequence for using it. Because once you go invisible, you're getting put into that quote unquote upside down where the ring race could find you.
Or maybe it's kind of like, everybody except for the Dark Lord does it because it's like his ring. It was made for him, maybe?
Yeah, well, because it's the ring of power.
Right.
So I thought it just made him strong. I never understood where the invisibility clause came from. So yeah, that might be a contrivance that I might have to
look into.
Go and check out.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think it was because they needed a consequence for using it.
And although it seemed like
it might also be in The Hobbit because the ring only shows up once or twice in The Hobbit.
Yeah. It's like at the very end of the last one, probably.
It wasn't a plot point for The Hobbit.
No.
He took
them fighting the dragons, the main plot for
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, they don't really explain that very well, and it kind of sucks. I honestly don't even care that they do that. I don't know. I wish. Yeah, again, perfect example is the Infinity Gauntlet. I wish they just explain it a little more, but I bet it's there and I missed it. I might have to check it again. But yeah, no, I think that's a book detail that I might have missed. Yeah, I don't know. You got me on that one. I don't know. I think it's a consequence just so the ring race can find them and build tension.
Yeah.
So at worst, I would say it's convenient. It's a convenient plot point just for the sake of continuing the story, which, there's only 2 of those, I think, in the whole movie. So I'm okay with it.
Okay.
If there were more of those, I'd be a little pissed off. The eagle thing doesn't piss me off because the Nazgul exists.
The eagle thing.
Oh, you'll find out.
Okay.
You'll figure that out. That's in the 3rd movie.
The other thing too was when Gandalf takes off the tower to escape and shit.
Yeah.
Because they show him in the room and then I was like, as soon as they showed him in the room with Frodo, I was like, wait, how the fuck did he escape? And then they go and do it.
That's a huge problem. I actually had a problem with that in the movies too. Everybody's argument is that Saruman could fuck with him. Because you even see the scene where he's spinning him around, fucking with him. Oh, wait, no, that might be a different movie.
No, that's this one.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
They're fucking with him. I mean, Saruman could levitate his ass.
Yeah.
And of course, it's a tower. He probably doesn't have a jail cell. He doesn't have anywhere to put him. So
Right.
where do you put him? Put him on the roof where he can't do anything.
Right.
Because we haven't established that Gandalf can fucking fly or do anything.
Yeah.
So it's
So
kind of like...
So they end up cutting to the scene of him escaping, and he flies off with the other dude on the tower. I'm like, why didn't he just shoot the fucking bird? He's got the powers. Like, boom, bitch.
I'd argue it's a convenience thing to get him out of there. It was a Deus Ex. It's a 11 from Stranger Things. Yeah, it's pretty shitty. I never liked that. There had to be. I bet in the books there's a better way he got away. I'll have to.
I mean, if
reread
he would have gotten away when the other guy wasn't on the roof, it would have made a little more
or just
sense.
something better. Like even like Gandalf's like, I'm just gonna jump from here and levitate and break a couple of bones. You know, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, weak sauce on that one. Trust me, if that bothers you, the Eagles are really gonna bother you in the third movie. That's a huge deal.
I'm just.
It is one of the biggest complaints. No, it is one of the biggest complaints.
Okay.
I would say it's easily one of the top 5 complaints in the entire series. So I'm totally with you on that. Yeah, it's a bullshit one. It's totally bullshit. But can I talk about like how cool Arwen is? Liv Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
You know when they light her and how like beautiful she looks?
Yeah.
In class. I go, that's 100% what an elf should look like to me. I go, they nailed it. I don't know what they did, but they nailed it. Her makeup and her costume and the way they light her. She's so cool. That scene when she's like rescuing Frodo from the ring race and she's like, come and claim him. And then they do the water thing. Come on, dude. That was so epic. It was just like the music was solid and the CGI. And the CGI was actually pretty good. I don't know. She's a cool character and like...
Yeah.
God damn, dude. I don't know. It's just... That movie's so fucking good to me. Let me see. Dude, with the Shire, they build that city so cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I love the characters. Like, the Hobbit, like, they're kind of like aloof. We don't care about the rest of the world. We live here and we do our thing. I love that. It makes it so much more powerful when they decide to leave.
Yeah.
And Merry and Pippin are fun characters. Like just two dipshits just running around.
Yeah, I was confused as to like I was like, why are they just going with them? But then like the story kind of pushes them to go with them, so that's kind of good. That they actually
and they
gave
run
a
back
reason
into
to
them.
Yeah,
It was cool. It was just like two dipshits just off doing something, and they happen to run into them, and it's like, well, now you're stuck with us. Either you go or you die.
right.
It's like pick one.
Yeah.
And it's just good shit, man. I love these characters. It's hard because I'm such a fanboy, but it's just like, I don't know, dude. I like other than a couple of like plot problems, I just like everything logically moves forward. Everybody looks good, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like filmmaking wise, I don't see anything weak in it. You know,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
casting's good, music's good. Everything looks good. The costumes are fucking solid. I mean, anything. I mean, what did you like? I mean, I want to hear what you liked. Did you like anything in this?
Nope, I hated the whole movie.
Oh,
I was like, this fantasy bullshit war. Come on, like. I was like,
I know. I'll just go watch the Shannara Chronicles.
There you go.
Oh, fuck.
Same people. Same.
Come
groups.
on, man. I know I was hyping it really hard, but I refuse to believe you were let down. I don't think you were let down.
I like the movie. I don't think it's like the best thing I'll ever see or have seen, but I liked it. I mean, it has its points, but it's not something that like some people religiously watch it once a year or something. I don't think I could do that.
I will make the argument it's because you haven't finished it yet.
Right.
It's not a complete story. It's hard to say the story is good when you haven't heard the whole story.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But as far as like the movie itself goes, I think it was done decently well. I mean, and I'm looking at it as like 2001 eyes and shit like that too.
Yeah.
As far
with
as
a little
like
bit of 2019, but you
Yeah.
can't help yourself. It's how it is. It's how it is.
yeah,
That's why I'm not giving you a ton of shit. Like I'm saying, like if you'd have been the guy like me, like I watched it when they came out, I was like, oh my God, they're amazing. And then the extended cuts came out, and then I watched the behind the scenes and saw all the work that went into it. It's just like, that work is not going into movies like this anymore.
Right.
They're just not. And it made me value it more than maybe, you know what I mean? I think I value and appreciate this movie more than it might actually be a good movie. I don't know.
Right. It's
But
probably
every
just
time
like
I
a
watch
big
it,
like cinema impact in your
it feels
life
epic.
at that time.
It feels very epic.
Yeah. It's kind of
But,
like
I
the
mean-
Star Wars was for people back in the 70s for
And
like
I mean, I guess,
70s,
but every
80s.
year I pull it out again, and I just want to watch the whole thing again, and I want to. It's not even just because I want to watch the movie. It's like I'll watch the movie, and then I'll go, "Oh my God, I have to listen to the soundtrack, or I
Right.
have to do this, or I do that," because it's just like every time there's another element about it that you can take from that movies aren't doing anymore. But again, I think when you finish it, I think you're gonna have a bigger appreciation for it. I don't know if you're gonna like fanboy out or anything, but no, the first one's really solid. I think it builds the world really, really well. But like I said, just I would say try and do your best and finish the trilogy at least within the next couple of weeks. So it's still fresh.
Right.
I really think number 2 is going to be your favorite. I really do. 3's okay. It does some kind of bullshit at the end that you're kind of like, because I felt like that. And if I felt like that, I'm sure you're going to fucking hate it. So, like I said, just finish the trilogy. I think you'll get a little more appreciation for a couple of things. Because again, this is an obvious trilogy when it was being made. So like cliffhangers don't really count and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And you're going to like a lot of characters, and a lot of other things are going to come to light, and it's going to be really good. No, I totally get, like, if you're not fanboying, trust me, I'm not insane. I didn't expect you to be like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever. But I refuse to believe you don't want to see at least the next 2 movies.
Nick asked me what I thought of the movie, and I told her basically the same thing. I was like, it's all right. I mean, it's not the best thing. And she's like, well, you got to remember, it's old, too. I was like,
Yeah.
So I went into it.
You want to
knowing
do
it's
your
that,
best.
you know?
You want to do your best, but like, no. At the end of the day, trust me. Finish the trilogy. I think you'll like it better. No, it's good shit though. I don't care what anybody says. It's like it's just good. It's good, regardless of whether or not you're like, oh, it's the best. It's like, oh my God, it's so much better than shit we're getting right now. It's just it's on another level of filmmaking. I don't know. Regardless of whether or not it's your cup of tea on a technical level, it's on another level than shit we're watching.
No, I mean,
these days.
I'm pretty good, especially with fantasy shit. I like fantasy stuff as long as it's done right. And the story.
And again, you
story
watching
works into
Hobbit
it.
before going into this, I really think it.
I
colored
honestly
you.
don't remember anything from the Hobbit.
That's
anyways,
good.
So,
Thank fucking Christ.
yeah.
No, I'd say just watch the next one and let me know what you think, Ben. I'm like
the next Hobbit movie. Okay.
Yeah, right. Just don't exist. Those don't exist. No, I'm glad you finally watched it though. It's good shit, man. I don't care. It's like the soundtrack is so good. It's so good. Arwen's awesome. Aragorn, Viggo Mortensen like nailed that character, dude.
Yeah.
And they all look good. They all look believable. Like I love the fact that all their costumes look a little different and like there's just something subtle. There's something to take away from every scene. And they actually go places. Like their sets and like
Yeah.
real
It's not like
woods
just on a green screen or anything like that.
Yeah, it looks so good. It just, if people want to give me shit. It's like, yeah, you do get points for the effort.
Right.
You get points for going out and doing stuff.
I would
like,
I would like, you know, say all like at least most fantasy type things are usually on location somewhere, though, that I've
hope
seen. Except for the Shannara Chronicles, they didn't look like they're on location anywhere.
Sorry, Benny.
But I mean, even like Xena and Hercules, they were literally shot
in New Zealand.
in New Zealand, where they shot The Hobbit or the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And even fucking James Cameron bought property right next to where the Shire is to do the Avatar.
Why would you not? Why would you not?
It's genius. I mean,
Let me tell you though,
then they're
gonna
gonna turn it into a big fucking Avatar theme park, probably.
I'm that fucking huge nerd that's one of my top 10 list things in my life to do before I die.
You can go see the Shire.
I want to go to the Shire. I want
Yeah.
to go there so bad. I want to sleep in a hobbit hole for like
Teletubby house.
it'd be so much fun. I don't know. It's good. It's good shit, man. Like I said, I think you would like this more than Star Wars.
I think so. Especially if I'm comparing this to Episode 4.
Yeah.
I would say this is better.
I'm telling you, just finish the trilogy. I'm not gonna take your opinion fully right now, just because you need a complete story to be like, oh, I didn't like how they did this or this, that.
I didn't like how they did anything. They shouldn't have done this movie as a live action.
You're crazy.
They should have done it as like animation or something, like back in the 80s.
Why did Gandalf have to be white? This is horseshit. Mermaids are
well,
real.
don't they have? Isn't his name like Gandalf the Gray right now, and then he's Gandalf the White later?
No, he's gay. He's Gaydolf the Rainbow. You're dumb. You're dumb. He represents everyone.
And the good thing is, dude can't come back and say his characters are gay or not.
Yeah, right. I'm glad you finally watched it. Thank you for doing that. I super appreciate it. You know, it's one of those things where I'm kind of a bitch. I love these movies. I don't fanboy out about a ton of shit, but Lord of the Rings is my fanboy. Like that's my shit. And you know, I need you to have context when I'm being a fucking asshat. But yeah, I hope you finish it. I hope it was good enough for you to want to finish the other two. But yeah, it's good shit. I'm glad you finally watched it. And now you know what some of your toys mean, so that's cool. I mean, best thing though. I mean, honestly, what was your favorite? Like actor, costume, music. What you got?
I mean, I like Elijah Wood and like almost everything he does.
Give me your fanboy moments. So there's got to be some stuff you were like, oh, this was really cool, or like I wish they would do this. And
it's like some of the parts though. It's like they were such memeable moments throughout the time. It's like like Gandalf doing the "You shall not pass" thing. It's dope.
But see, yeah,
but
they're so fucking cool.
Yeah.
The hardest part is you don't have a life without it. Like, you already knew about the "You shall not pass" before it happened. Dude, it was so epic when I saw it in the
theaters. They did that in the cartoon back in the 80s too. It was just in a different moment. Theater,
Ian McKellen's voice is so sexy though. You shall not pass.
Yeah. I mean, I liked everything in the Shire. I like how the Shire looks. Like, I would love to. Oh
my god, all the sets are solid, dude. I love a lot of the sets. All the stuff that happens at the Brandywine or the White Pony or whatever, when the ring race show up and they like stab the beds and they're not there.
Yeah,
that was awesome. I love that. That was good tension building and. Because, like, let's be fair. You thought, oh, shit, we're about to have an epic fight. And then, nope, they just stabbed the beds and they're not there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, cool. It was a cool subvert. It was like, oh, God. And nowadays, Aragorn would have had to fight all of them and we would have had some bullshit. And it would have been like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
They would have been like, under the beds or something and popped out of the closet.
Gay. Something so gay. And it was just like, no, they're just gone. Cool. They were smart. They were paying attention. They hid.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, man.
Because then it makes that scene when they're like they build the fire and they're like, no, put the fire out, you fucking idiot.
Yeah,
like, what are you doing? And then they show up and then they have
pure
the fight
genius. It's like, why would you fucking start fire up high when you're hiding in the first place?
But you get it, but the thing is the idiot characters do that.
Yeah. And it's not really that they're idiots, they're just not paying attention to that type of thing because they're
not their life.
Yeah, it's not how they were raised or anything.
That's
to
so
be careful.
Cool.
And where Frodo's been like getting the stories from everybody else.
And he knows better, especially with Bilbo. It's just like I love it. And also it's his fucking life on the line.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they might kill you, but they want me. Like, fuck you.
Right.
Like, they're going to kill me, you fucks.
And kill him, take the ring, everything, you know.
And but then I also argue that when he gets stabbed, that's when all the other people realize, like, we're not fucking around.
Right.
Like, Merry and Pippin, they realize we're not fucking around anymore. Like, we need to.
And they have
stop.
that moment in the woods too, where they like distract the orcs.
Yeah.
Because they're like, he's gonna go by himself.
And what a cool character development for everyone, where they all go, yeah, this is bigger than us.
Yeah.
If we die, we got to protect him. Like, they all make that switch. It's so good. It's so good. It's just good storytelling. And Boromir getting his fucking redemption moment in such an epic way. It's just good shit, man. It's just good. It's good storytelling. And like I said, finish out the trilogy. I think a lot of your questions will be asked and you'll feel a little better. And then
answered?
We can have a real conversation over the whole thing. Return of the King is weak. I will give you that. Going into it. But I think there's a lot of stuff in it you'll like. The ending is solid, and oh my god, yeah, get over the fact that there's like 15 endings and it drags on forever. But I would make the argument I'd bitch about like, oh my god, 10 minutes of endings.
Right.
But you see everybody get their ending versus like, we had one ending and it ended in 5 minutes and you go, but what happened with these other people? We spent, like, in the extended versions, you spend like 9 hours with these people. Yeah, no, fuck you. I want to see everybody's ending.
Yeah,
like, fuck
I can
you.
see that.
If I'm gonna spend 9 fucking hours watching this series, I want to see where everybody went. Fuck you. Like, you think about it now because you're sitting in a theater and you're like, Jesus Christ, I want to just get out. This is 3 hours. Now, going back to it, it's like, no, give me everybody's ending. Fuck you. I don't want any questions. I don't want any bullshit. No interpretations. Just fucking tell me how it all ended. I'm done. Because if they do that shit in Stranger Things, you'd be pissed.
You get each individual ending as a post-credit scene.
Sure. To be fair, that's what Marvel would do. Or no, they'd finish the movie and go, oh, fuck, we forgot about all of that. Okay, let's put it on YouTube in 6 months.
Right.
And we'll have the directors talk about it.
Check this out.
Everything up. Fucking dipshits. But thank you for watching it, man. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. I hope you didn't hate it, so that's good.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like you hated it. I'll take a meh for now. I'm fine with meh. Because you haven't finished it.
It's all right.
Like I said, once you finish it, I think you'll like it better. If I know you, I figure you finish it, and I think there'll be so much. Trust me, there's a lot to dissect. If you finish it, I bet you'll go back to it at some point.
Yeah.
It's good shit. It's really good shit. Especially, again, like when you have The Hobbit, there's such a good comparison to prove what a good movie is and what a bad movie is. Because they're set in the same fucking universe. It's really hard not to compare them.
Right.
No, you'll like them. Finish it out. I'm telling you, just on your own time. I just wanted you to see the first one to prove that it's good filmmaking. I don't care. Regardless of whether or not how you took it, I refuse to believe that anybody could look at that and go, it's a technically bad made film.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
Shit is solid. If it's not your cup of tea, I totally get that. But like on a technical level, that shit is so solid.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. It's good. It's good shit. The three nitpicks are, yeah, you know, they don't break the world, but they are things to think about. They definitely are.
But every movie's gonna have something where you can nitpick at.
Oh yeah.
Anything.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter
But
what it is. So.
Like I said though, I do appreciate. I love the fact that the things that you were annoyed with were the things that like even I was annoyed with, and like things that like the collective army fucking hates. Like, yeah, no, fucking. Why would you put him on top of the tower where he could escape? It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Just kill him. Like, why do you just kill him?
Yeah. I don't know, like, because they don't really try and explain, like, oh, I'm trying to make sure he turns. You know he's not going to turn already. By this time, you know he's not going to work with you. So it's like, just get rid of him. And it's like he doesn't know where anybody's at, so it's not like he's got any information for you either.
The only fanboy argument I will make is that maybe Saruman was friends with him and he didn't want to actually kill him.
Well, yeah, they
wanted to turn him.
They show that they were friends, but then it's
and
like
he wants
they
to
don't
allude
wanna,
he doesn't want to kill him. That's the whole point.
Right.
And I mean, fuck. Then he turns into Gandalf. No, that's why he doesn't kill him, because he knew he'd turn into Gandalf the White. Because the Balrog does it, and he turns into the White and becomes more powerful.
Yeah.
So why would you do that? There we go. That's the best I can do.
Yeah, because even if you don't want to kill your friend, you know as soon as the Dark Lord comes, he's gonna fucking kill him.
Exactly.
So it doesn't really
you don't
matter.
want him dead. You don't want him dead because he'll become more powerful.
Right.
Okay, I'll take that. That's the best I can do. But yeah, I'm glad you watched it. Awesome. Thank you. I mean, I already just finished 3 fucking seasons of Stranger. Sorry, I knocked out 24 hours and I asked you to watch a 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I guess maybe, I hope you finished the series. I really do. I hope you liked it enough to want to finish the series, if that makes sense. You got something for me? Anything cool for me that I should watch, that I missed, that I should see?
That you missed?
Because we're going to Shazam the fuck out of tonight. I'm excited.
I don't know.
Can I tell you?
I gotta
that
watch
was
Shazam. That's one I gotta watch. So.
Do you have it?
No, because I was gonna pick it up, and then I was like, I'm not gonna spend that much right now on it.
Hey, if Nikki's not home, tell her to bring it home.
Yeah. We probably will tonight.
It's so good. If you don't care about 4K, get the Blu-ray. Because I'm actually really pissed off right now. The Blu-ray case has one of those cool hologram things that you move left to right, and it shows you the images.
Yeah.
Where the kid turns into him.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
And it looks really fucking cool. They don't put it on the 4K.
No, they don't. Of
Fuck
course.
you. I'm paying like $600. Like, fuck you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna go to Target and I'm gonna rip it off the box and take it home.
Oh, is it like the one that like is like partially glued onto it or some shit? Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, if you don't care about that, if you buy the Blu-ray, can I have that? If not, I'm going to legitimately go to Target. And
I won't buy the Blu-ray because the 4K is only a couple bucks more.
I know. And you get a Blu-ray in it. It's so stupid.
The only benefit
really
of the
pissed
Blu-ray, buying the Blu-ray, is you get a DVD if you wanted to rip it yourself, but you're already getting a digital.
Yeah.
So unless you wanted to edit it, you know.
Dude, I'm so fucking butthurt.
But you can rip a Blu-ray, so.
Yeah. I'm so butthurt. I want that fucking 3D.
I'm sure they're selling them on eBay.
Oh, no. I'm seriously just going to go to Walmart and rip it off the box.
Oh, speaking of eBay, I got a package just delivered.
Hey, is it mine?
Nah.
Well, anyway, so I guess I don't know. What do you got?
That's it.
Lord of the Rings?
Just Lord of the Rings.
Did you hate it? Should people go watch it? Like, I thought it was good. I love it.
I mean,
obviously.
if you have the time and the money and the science and shit to build a time machine and go back to 2001 to watch this in theaters,
you're a dick.
You should totally do so.
I refuse
Get
to
into
believe
the quantum realm and go back to 2001. Watch that, and then come back to our reality.
I love how aloof you are. I refuse to believe you don't actually like this more than what you're giving out. And I get a meh. I totally get the meh of it. You finish the series, I think you'll like it more. But I totally get the meh of it. No, but go watch it. I hope you finish the series. Yeah, it's good shit. I'm telling you, it's good shit. I'm glad you finally watched it, though. I'm so pumped.
If you really want to watch it, petition that Netflix puts it on so that you can watch it for free.
I will take lack of hate. I will take a lot of lack of hate.
No, I don't hate the movie. I just had a few nitpicks from it. Yeah, but all in all, I liked it. It was a decent put-together movie. Yeah. I love the shots that he did because you don't get to see creativity anymore. Granted, it's an older movie, so, you know, but as watching it for the first time ever, it's like, awesome, we get to see these. Oh, wait, this was like 20 years ago.
And again, I think you're like a completed story. Once you finish the series, I think you'll like it more. I do.
It's gonna probably make me hate not being able to see these type of shots though in new movies.
It will be rough. It is rough.
Be like-
or like when people try to steal it and don't do it as well.
Right.
That's always
Right.
brutal.
Like I could see James Gunn getting away with doing some of them.
oh, he already
possibly.
has. Already
Yeah,
has.
yeah, he has.
Have you
yes.
seen Slither?
What?
Slither?
Slither?
Yeah.
No, that's the like snake.
Write
thing?
it down. Write it down. It's a sci-fi sluggy movie. You'll like it. You'll
Oh
like it a lot.
yeah, I've seen that.
Nathan
No, wait.
Fillion's in it. Nathan Fillion's in it. No, trust me. If you don't remember it, rewatch it. Write it down. Slither.
Oh,
Even if you, obviously, if you don't remember it offhand, then you need to rewatch it. That is James Gunn at his best. That's like James Gunn's Dead Alive.
I've wanted to see this one. I remember it though.
You should watch it.
I
You'll
haven't
like
watched it.
You'll like it. But yeah, hopefully let me know when you finish the trilogy. I'm not going to put a timeline on you because the fact that you actually watched the first one means a ton. So I hope you liked it enough to finish out, and we'll hopefully talk about it when you finish. But
Sounds
I'm going to
good.
bail. I'm going to bail. I'm going to go to Mordor and drop some rings and hope the Eagles come and fuck you, the Nazgul were a thing. That's why the Eagles didn't help me in the first movie. Cool. Nothing else,
Nothing else.
my dude?
Nothing else.
All
Not
right.
today. There's some shit, but we can do it again later.
All right, well, my
'Cause
dude,
fuck
I'm gonna...
you guys. You don't get the news on time.
Yeah, you bitch ass bitches who are bitches. I'm gonna sign off with a big old. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna just yell later, nerds, and hope Michael says okay. So, later, nerds.
Sorry. So sorry. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch this episode and more at soundcloud.com/Operation Babble or iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play at Operation Babble or YouTube at Myke Shrews, MYKESHREWS. Have a great day, guys. Peace.